I'm honestly not entirely sure why they picked the Chen. It doesn't strike me as particularly strong or anything.
Maybe Chen's just
one of the
low-key amazingly good without us realizing it.
Yeah.
OG and NIP were just using it poorly at the minor.
The only team that won with it at the minor, I think, is actually eHome. They picked it once and they won with it.
Yep.
5 seconds.
But even there, it didn't look amazing. It was like a 1-7 or something. It just feels like the hero, all he does is heal your carry. And then that's your job.
Some damage, yeah. So Liquid get Pugna. So decrep a save, a way to deal with the troll. It's going to be their Ma2 hero for mid lane, I have to imagine.
Yeah.
This is good.
For the last pick, Mind Control hero, I would imagine you don't want to put him on a mag. Like a mag offlane.
But is Mag Chen really a support duo that you want to be running? They made mag support work already, so could be.
But the problem for me right now, they have 0 reliable stun other than the RP.
Well, whether you get that from the offlane or the fork position, I think that's what you're looking for. It's like some way to get pickoffs, initiations, reliable stun.
You need that for sure.
Like the Centaur type hero.
Yeah, like Secret already has 3 reliable stuns. So their turnaround potential is way higher than Liquid's right now. And their lanes in general, I think, are also way stronger. The only lane they might struggle in is the mid lane, but they have the last pick for that, so.
So Liquid's looking for a Centaur type hero here. I feel like you guys have been looking for that quite a bit throughout a lot of these drafts.
It's not common, man.
It happened in all the games in Group D. Because I was like, why is no one picking Centaur? Then I looked at Group D and like every Centaur was getting first 2 picked by EG, by Fnatic, so Ice, and S4 were playing it. So there are Centaurs out there, just not on our stream.
Even later in Group C, we saw a few though. After after Nahaz came on, after Lacoste came on, we started to see a few of them. And every time I was like, man, I wonder what the boys are doing right now.
Centaur mag is actually really strong. Like you don't really think about it, but Retelia gives like 200 damage. And then he has, I think he's actually the only hero in the game that has a talent that increases his base damage. He gets plus 30 base damage rather than green damage. So the Empower is that much stronger on him. And he can actually hit for like 600 with like 70% cleave. He can transition to like somewhat of a semi-carry.
10 seconds.
Lots of fun experiences in pub with that.
That sounds, like I'm hearing this, but I'm like, this sounds very much like it came out of a pub game, not out of a actual competitive Dota game.
I've not seen it in competitive Dota. Just can speak from my pub experience.
With that said, we tied. We saw a Deso tied. We saw a Daedalus tied. You know, we've seen some crazy right-click tied builds.
I saw the VG tied yesterday. He went for the 250 damage challenge, but he went like refresher and stuff. Yeah, and it didn't go to cooldown challenge. I was like, what?
I think that was pretty
stop riding the train, man. It's not good, that game. Gotta adjust, you know.
Yeah, when you have refresher, it affects your refresher cooldown and your ravage.
Yeah, it's so good. They ban a monkey and they pick up Underlord. It's alright. It's a bit boring, you know. It's alright.
Or a carrier for them. Yeah, it's not something flashy or exciting, but it gives them this really strong, just 5-man Death Bolt type lineup. The heals they're going to have Chen, the auras from the Underlord. It really is a lineup built around enabling Shadow to just go off on the PA.
I'm a bit scared still because Secret might potentially just split push them to death if the troll gets like a blink dagger or something. They have a very hard time catching him.
The nice thing is they're not afraid of an OD because the Pugna pick.
Yeah, I mean OD can still work, but it's of course like already kind of countered.
Now we're obviously waiting to see how. Okay, Team Secret's gonna lock that in right now.
Still morphling troll, man. That is greedy.
Okay, so a little bit greedy on the side of Team Secret potentially, and we'll talk about that in just a second here. I do want to ask with Liquid, you say that they're going to be able to enable Shadow. Does this indicate that maybe they're going for a little bit more synergy with Shadow now? Is he going to be able to just do his own thing as much as they've had him do in past days?
I mean, his job is just going to be, you blink strike on that guy, we give you all the buffs, and you just kill them. I mean, obviously it's not as simple as that, but... Yeah.
He doesn't have to make calls about like starting fights. He's going to always be following his team up. And then when he's not following them up, he's going to be out farming with Empower. So I think it is going to be pretty similar to what we saw yesterday when they had this same Magnus PA draft. Okay, so they're going all in on playing that way with Shadow potentially. I do want to ask, because there were quite a few things that you were looking for, whether it be with a Centaur type hero in that final pick. Are they missing anything with how they drafted? I don't think Liquid's draft looks overall pretty solid. My question mark is how good is Chen as a hero. I've seen it so much recently not look that amazing, but it's also, you know, this is Liquid, this is Kuro playing it.
For me, everything comes down to how Matu is going to do this game. He's like pretty much the only pressure point they have. They don't really have reliable stuns, so all they can really do is pressure towers by running down a lane as like 4 or 5 heroes. So for me, I mean, Matu performed super well, so if the pressure's on him, he can definitely take it. So looking forward for a good game here, but
We're definitely in for a good game here. We're about ready to jump into it. I feel like we could actually talk about the draft for quite a long time, but I want to get into the action. Let's see how it goes. First game of the day. We're kicking it down to the casters now.
Thank you so much, Rich. And yes, Fogged, I saw you give a big thumbs up the first time you said, when Black was saying it's all about Matu. The first time I've seen you agree with him. So talk to me a little bit. Why is this what needs to happen?
I mean, it's exactly what Black was saying. He is the pressure point. I think it's like him and Kuroki. I haven't gotten to see the Chen too much. Like they were saying, we saw it a few times at the minor, and we've seen a couple teams like Alliance and NIP playing it, and it's had mixed results. And yeah, I think it's a lot of pressure going to be on Matu this game just to keep that. Like he's the only one who can really make moves on the map. Like an Underlord making moves, it's not really there too much. It's Pugna and Chen. While we look at secrets, I love this is one of it's a little bit of just for myself, but the double steal I call it. It's like when you have Morphling and Rubik, you have two ways to be able to use your enemy's abilities versus them, which is kind of fun.
Throw down a billion pits of malices, potentially, whatever they want. And, you know, something that we were also talking about, Yumi and JJ were in here as well, sort of the Nisha Morphling, playing it again. And one of his signature heroes, I would say, it's maybe one of the things that he rose to prominence on. How good of a Morphling game is it?
There's no catch. That's the one thing that when they were like talking about the panel, the one concern I have for Liquid is their draft is exactly what they're saying. It has to like run down a lane to just group up and you go, right? When your PA gets to the BKB, ideally at some point in this game, you're going to be able to just like cruise down together, but your catch is super minimal. Like how do you kill this? How do you kill Morphling?
Well, hope he messes up, maybe.
It's gonna be pretty hard for them to actually kill him, to keep him controlled.
Well, the wraparound coming here. Puppy going to run into his old friend Kuro, and GH in the area seeing if he can help dodge away some of that damage, and looks like the Chen is just going to be able to back out of there.
I like this decision by Secret to put an aggro tri-lane. You look at Liquid's and this is such a weak lane. PA, Magnus, Chen, like your supports don't really help at all in the lane. The Rubik's going to be able to poke constantly. Troll is a ranged hero, so he can always poke too. And then Sven just sits on the side. So it's going to be up to what creep Kuroki gets. That's the one thing, is that the supports on the side of Secret, they don't really deal with Chen creeps. There's not really too many that do. So eyes on Kuro to salvage the bottom lane.
And already you see that Chen is realizing, all right, they're probably going to block that other camp. I'm going to head over, see if I can get one of the other camps, since Puppy's already in position there, and we'll see what he gets. And it's going to be a Mud Golem. 30-second cooldown on that boulder toss. Not the greatest in the world, but it can be kind of effective if he gets the second one and goes for the like triple boulder thing.
Yeah, you can do it for like that break play where you get it low, you kill it, or you take over a new creep and it splits and you have the triple stun. You actually don't even have to get it low. You can just save for that second grab and then it splits it.
He's thinking about doing it here. He could go for it if he wants. Hurl the boulder. I didn't decide to hurl the boulder first, but he will have the two other shard golems now.
Ton of damage. So
yes.
He does find one of the people, anyone out of position, they can get a kill. So.
As far as the other lanes go, it's going to be Zai playing on this Tiny, facing off against Mind Control 1v1. Both of these heroes really like playing against melee laners.
Yeah, I was curious how that one was going to go. It's like Underlord usually is like the absolute king of versing melee heroes, and he's versus a high HP hero. So I think as the levels build up, my MC is going to be doing really well, but at the start, I think Zai has a bit of a base damage advantage. But yeah, when your atrophy starts building up, that's when you get your base damage. So I think it's going to be a bit of trade farm until MC catches up, and we'll be able to do a bit better up there. As looking at mid, I think Matu has a pretty good lane versus the Morphling. You're just always able to get that constant harass because you have the longer range and the blasts. It's all about like resource control in most Morphling mid lanes. It's all about like setting yourself to 1 HP, using your wands, getting your tangos, being efficient.
Looks like those two shard golems are going to expire now, as Puppy was not blocking out that camp in time, and it looks like the trolls are going to spawn there. Mind Control getting kind of low here against Zai, but knows the limits of this hero very well and is going to be transferring over that salve. Heads back to the side shop and be back fine and dandy. Yeah, kind of limited action so far in spite of the really strong lane that Secret has. You can see that Liquid are really respecting that kill potential.
Shadow's still farming very well though. 14 last hits. The mid lane, we actually... mid lane, Matu got probably the best rune that he could get on a Pugna.
Oh, this is kind of nice here. They threw out two of those golems. Now going to find that stun, and Puppy just going to TP away. Makes the escape.
Very nice. Yeah, Matu got himself an Arcane Rune. So that's why you see those last hits in the mid lane become even more significant, and he has so much mana to work with now. Nisha is very low from eating several blasts.
Obviously does have the potential to heal up really quickly, going down to low HP and then switching over with some tango regeneration or just the stick charges if he needs to.
Yeah.
And obviously Matumba Man very well telegraphed when you're throwing out those nether blasts. Can play around it. Has the mana burn creep down bottom here been going to work? In mid one low on mana at this point with the first hole of boulder. Gonna bring him low, but just back out afterwards.
I think Liquid's probably pretty happy down here. Like they have a weaker kind of tri lane versus what Secret has, but they have a Chen. So Chen is always one of those salvagers, but now
Good skewer by
very nice
GH.
skewer.
That probably saves his life right there. Shadow able to survive and barely misses out on a couple more CS there. As a DD rune comes out now for Nisha. The Decrep is there as well.
Quiet early game though. Almost 5 minutes in. We've got no kills.
And I mean, as far as like the late game scenario goes, is there one team that you feel like is maybe a little bit happier going into that on even terms? It's tough, right? Like
It's tough for this one. The thing is that Liquid they only have the RP to rely on for their control. That's the one thing. It's like, yeah, Pit's decent, but like their real control is really going to be coming just from that Magnus. So I don't know, both teams have pretty strong late game.
Yeah, it's tough because I think also like you can potentially itemize for that later as GH is just going to go down. First blood drawn by Yapsor.
Yep.
He knows how to hold that fade bolt for the last second.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The root, the RNG, they got the root on him, so they're able to get that kill. Runes. So it's going to be a 2 for 2 here. Did my control go for he did not go for a bottle build? I thought maybe he did because he went. Zai is winning the top lane.
Having a really nice time of it.
Yeah.
27-8 so far versus that 18-4. But as you said, maybe the levels will start to transition that a little bit too. Could see some rotations maybe. Puppy's still just level 1 right now. Is going to get that ward taken away immediately. Although actually drops down the sentry and you're going to need to bring another one out.
Yeah. Yeah. These I think we saw it yesterday too, right? It's like 6 minutes and we have level 1s and level 2s on the supports a lot. This is this new thing now because tri-lanes are back.
Very big departure from what we had previously, but oh my god, Rubik already has arcane boots.
Getting the last hit. And Yapsor starts with boots almost every time when he's playing this Rubik. So I think most games you won't actually see Yapsor go for these arcanes. He will actually go for like the greedy Yules build, like boots into Yules. He loves that. But I think in this game when he's got this Sven and this Troll and they're playing a tri-lane, arcane boots are just way too valuable.
And just spam out all the spells that they want and be back up to full.
Keep throwing your nukes. It's like you have 3 magic damage nukes versus a PA in your tri-lane, which is, I mean, great. That's what PA hates playing versus the most until you have BKB. It's all this magic damage.
Yeah. Well, and they're really respecting the
Nisha
potential
mid.
that Liquid have as Matumba Man jumped
got a
on.
haste.
He doesn't have any mana right now on Matumba Man, and no rotations are coming from the rest of the supports as Nisha just plays Ring Around the Rosie with these trees. He tries to juke back the other direction, Fairy Fire, seeing if he can live with the Decrep there. Nisha's taking a lot of damage. He just tries to run down the pesky little Pugna and find the kill.
He made him work for it.
That's the point where he's not taking bottom. Oh god. Oh, Courier goes down. That's worth for Matumba Man as GH is going to end up falling here. I mean, it's a little bit of gold going back the way of the Radiant at the very least, in spite of now the 3 deaths.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's worth for Matumba Man, but I mean, at least you get something out of, the dive. The tower hits the Courier twice as he's going under tower.
Kuro going to get pummeled now as Secret are really starting to lay into them.
They're starting to pick it up once they're in these levels and their nukes higher. 4-0. GH able to get the double D ward there.
So 0-4, about 1,000 gold lead for Secret.
Efficient shrine right now. Do they have a... They don't have a smoke. So just the 2 of these guys will be shrining. Doesn't want to waste any time. He should even just TPs to the mid. And maybe Yapsor's going to try to set something up here.
Disarm. It's a little bit more switch up. But level 8 now on Nisha.
Level 8 to the level 6. I mean, that haste rune was incredibly fortunate for him.
So far, Mind Control going to head off to the jungle now. Wants to farm up the stack that he created there. We get closer to that 10-minute rune mark.
Yesterday we talked a lot about, because there's a very similar kind of game plan from Liquid, right, where they it's about defending and stalling the game out till you have your BKBs, but that wasn't a game where they're versus just like an OD and overwhelming, just pure, like, all magic damage. This game, Secret has, you know, they have both. They have the mixed damage coming in from the magical and physical. So this is not so clear-cut as we get BKBs and then we just can win the game super easily. This is not going to be like that for Liquid. But they do have great ways to defend. Underlord and Pugna, I mean, Shockwave, Underlord, and Pugna, it's so much wave clear. As we do see, there's a recall coming down. He's bringing the Pugna down bottom with the Chen.
Nice combination there in mid one. Needing to get out. He will have another walk away, but there is no way unless he's able to pop the battle trance, able to possibly find a return kill. Puppey moves into position, wants to find that stun mid one, going for the root, able to turn this one and almost kill off Shadow, but with that Nether Blast, it's going to be enough to find the kill, and the rest of Secret just have to retreat.
As soon as you do that, though, whenever you're pulling your Pugna out of mid, Nisha's going to immediately try to put power pressure on. But that's a cool move, though. That's the one thing that Chens can do now, is like, since you have, you know, you're pretty much like the coddle spell, you can bring your heroes around for free, save their TPs when they need to make rotation.
Yeah, it becomes sort of that weird ganking, like occasionally. Are they going to go on him?
Yep, Nisha got him. He turned into the Pugna, got the decrep off, and blasted him. And now he can push the tower because he turned into the Pugna.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, Nisha's pretty good at this.
And it's also, like, playing versus Pugna, you have Morphling and Rubik. Like, you're going to have double blasts coming out at some point. You guys, you will be able to steal them pretty often. And you're playing versus a PA who is not the tankiest hero.
Okay, well, they just took the mid-tier 1 tower, and now they're pushing down towards this bottom tier 1 tower. This is feeling like it could get out of control pretty quickly here.
Yep.
Already a 2,000 gold lead. They're set up to get probably 3 runes. Liquid need to get their feet back under him here as Nisha runs into mind control, and Zai is here as well. The toss follow-up, and they're just going to find that kill. And, well, now battling for the other bounty runes. They're going to try and TP away. Yapsor's still living for the moment. He's going to Warcry and try and walk away. 4 heroes bottom, and Puppey looks like he's going to be able to TP home.
Who got the bounty bottom? Puppey got the bounty. They got all 4.
Well, rough stuff indeed.
Yeah, rough start for Liquid. Kind of, you know, just kind of be expected. Like we said, it's really mostly up to Matu to make the moves around the map. It's Kuro bringing him around, but Nisha having, I mean, pretty damn good luck on these runes. Look, he just got another haste rune. He got both bounty runes top to fill himself up to full.
He's going straight for that E-Blade. He just wants to get involved. Pugna.
They have a lot of magic damage, right? And it's great for Pugna and PA without BKB and versus heavy magic damage is it's a real struggle.
The other thing that's scary about that is that all of that was done as GH just makes a pummeling from mid one. It was done before Nisha even had his boots. He had a lot of net worth left on that courier, and now at 11 minutes, we're going to see them make full use of that 5,200 net worth.
Yeah, he's loaded. I mean, top 3 net worths all going to the Wave Secret off of this. Very clean start.
Kuro pulls back in another.
Tower is under attack.
Although I don't know if they can make anything happen here. It's just Matumba Man is going to try and hold this tower here, it looks like, as Nisha.
And now he's got another haste.
He's going down bottom, trying to find it. Kuro is going to break the TP, but Matumba Man will escape.
I mean, at least Matu gets out. If Matu dies there, it's already starting to get pretty disastrous for them.
Thankfully, also Matumba Man TP to the top lane. Maybe they can make something happen here against Zai. Trying to find that Nether Blast and a life drain. Zai walking away. Doesn't hit on the Nether Blast. The toss up to retreat out of here. And, well, he's still living for the moment, but will eventually be brought down as able to steal the life drain now, rather than the Firestorm. Shadow gonna get jumped on here in the mid lane as Nisha waveforms forward. The Yapsor are gonna have to run away from mind control. Matumba Man, as Nisha's still chasing, and it looks like they will end up losing one. Shadow gets the shrine, still living. Nisha trying to go 3v1 right here. They're going to RP him, try and take him down. He is switching over the attribute shift. The pullback, Nisha almost going down, but ends up healing back up to full again.
Oh, man. Yeah, he turned into the PA, and then he's got all this evasion and stuff, and now he's got a Warcry too, so that PA's damage is negligible. And yeah, this Ghost Scepter too. It's like, it's not just even the Ethereal Blade. You look and I think the damage is really only coming from a Matumba Man in the early game, so he just pops a Ghost Scepter and he's fine to walk away if the Pugna's not there every time.
And every time you make those types of moves, you have 4 heroes by their shrine. Troll just gets a free lane to push out all the way, and they've got wards all through that base. They can see when people are rotating.
And they've got, like, if you look at Liquid's draft, it's, in a way, you know, we were talking a lot about these 4 Protect 1s, right? You look at Secrets, they're not 4 Protect 1, and, you know, Black was mentioning it can be a bit greedy when you're picking Morphling and Troll in the same game. But a lot of times even since TI, we've seen these Morphlings. They're kind of like these spellcasters because they're turning into other heroes. So you're an active playmaker, but you're also a carry that transitions.
And what were we talking about before at the beginning of this game? Who is it that makes those moves? It's the Pugna, and has not been able to have the type of game that he wanted in this one for sure.
Yep.
As Nisha farms out those Ancients.
And they've got such deep aggressive wards coming down too because of all these early tier 1s. So we talk about a lot when you're playing with PA Magnus, you need your jungle.
Lift up here onto GH, already brought down. It only takes a second.
Ooh, Yapster didn't even go for a spell steal. I thought maybe he'd be trying to get the Empower some of the times. He probably will in the next few occasions, but Empower Troll, then they have their own way to keep the farm incredibly accelerated.
Yeah, we'll finish off that Vlad's.
Yep.
Firestorm is going to be the steal this time around, and I mean, just look at how far forward all of Secret's hero are on this map. Like, Liquid is stuck in this tiny area where they can barely farm any of it.
Yeah, well, they know they can play confidently split in the 3 lanes, because what was the one thing we mentioned that Liquid's lacking in the game? It's this catch. It's really difficult for them to actually catch heroes. And yeah, look, mid one's bottom, Nisha and 2 other heroes are mid, Zai's top. They've got very strong control of this game right now. And Blink Dagger now on side 2.
Oh, Avalanche, Matumba Man can't quite find that toss back. 2 heroes rotating, need to escape here. GH, the toss away, Zai! Saving from the potential RP as they're going to run down Sven. They will find him at the very least, but look down bottom, mid one, pushing. Able to get Shadow to come and respond to this.
And Nisha still was farming the mid lane, and again, look at Nisha's bottle. It's another haste rune. I feel like I've seen him have every rune in this game after that first arcane rune. Pretty close to, getting close to the Ethereal Blade too. And when you have already little disabled to catch a Morphling, and he has a haste rune on top, it's like problematic.
7 runes activated for the Morph.
Yeah.
Oh, he's saying, get away from me, please. Nisha switches over, throws out the Nether Blast, runs away, jumps back inside. Avatos on it too! Catching absolutely all of them, the RP. It's going to try and turn this back around, but Nisha's still living. Yapsor throws out another round of this. They're going to just try and Dark Rift away, but all hell is falling apart as they're killing off all of them. Underlord, the only one in the taxi.
Secret is not giving him the time, and that, meanwhile, look at bottom. Mid one is knocking on the base.
Oh my god!
It's only 15 minutes in, and Secret's able to take this 4v5 fight with complete ease. They've got this early Blink Dagger. They had positional advantage as well in that fight. Definitely concerned. Definitely quite concerned for Liquid here.
I mean, you could be watching this major right now, and you would be feeling like, you know, Secret is just on another class, but this is Liquid. Granted, they're playing with the stand-in, but still, unbelievable performance here from Secret.
They did show up with... The one thing is they opened with the same thing that they've done, what, twice already at this tournament, right? And you have to imagine, like, I mean, Puppy's looking at their games when they have to play them, so he's like, oh, you see the Magnus, you're going to expect that PA. They already had this, plan, getting this Rubik, getting this Tiny in response.
Well, it's going to be about 6 minutes faster than average. The Sanjin Yasha coming out at 16 minutes on the Troll Warlord.
Wow, yeah, very early.
I mean, Roche could potentially be something they think about here in the near future, as Yapster's just going to push out another wave. Shadow, thinking about maybe going on him, but you already have the Blink Dagger on the Rubik. Is he going to get jumped on? This is a pretty decent kill if they can find it, but Yapster gets the blink away.
Yeah. And now we have the collapse coming in from Secret. Nisha has the E-Blade.
Danger Town.
E-Blade plus a Tiny combo. Anybody's dead.
This is...
Maybe Underlord lives because he has Hood. Yeah, Underlord would live, but everybody else is dead.
You see, like, everybody just back away as soon as Nisha comes underneath that ward.
Yeah, and that was just him and Puppy actually in that position. The Liquid, they're really under the gun, like because it's only one person who can really make the moves still at this point. It's really just up to Matumba Man to be running everywhere and trying to make the plays, but like we were mentioning, Secret, they're distributing their resources across all 3 lanes, so it makes it really hard. It's like Matu's like, where I have to make a choice of where I go.
All right, this is possibly a chance, but the Battle Trance runs forward mid one, seeing what he can do against Matumba Man, needs to decrypt himself. The Hand of God comes out, they're able to find that RP onto the tiny mid one, running away yet again. Can they kill off mid one? He's down at just such low HP, and he is finally going to fall. But the wraparound coming from the rest of Secret. They're trying to sandwich them in here. The Dark Rift, let's get the hell out of here, guys. I don't want any more of this.
That's a pretty significant kill. They're able to actually get this Troll as Secret is split up. It cost them quite a bit though, like just a lot of resources for them to actually bring like everyone down. They have to use RP as well defensively. And now Secret, they know, like RP's down. There's no way Liquid can fight versus us, even if we don't have our Troll.
Is going to be Zai walking up to the high ground and have a toss onto Kuro. Matumba Man trying to turn this here as they're going to steal Firestorm, going to be able to throw that back against Liquid now, but The chase? There's so hard to kill Morphling here.
Yeah. No lockdown. Very limited lockdown.
It almost feels like you're going to need to go some type of bursty thing. Maybe like a Dagon later from a Tumbo Man to try and catch Morphling unawares, but...
Yeah, I think he has to. I don't think that they have too many options that they can go for until like PA actually has like Deso, BKB. Like it's Matu's all their damage. We've said it. Like I've said it a lot of times this game already. He really is everything for them until the game gets to the point where PA can actually play her hero. But there's just so much magic damage on Secret until she has that BKB, and she's not very close. Especially if she finishes the Deso.
Liquid knew that Roche was being taken, and
Whoa.
in the meantime, Zai just blows up Matumba Man.
DD rune.
It feels really bad. Dead for 35 seconds now in Secret with a free path to this tier 2 and maybe more.
It's feeling like they're just so limited in what they can do. And Secret just, I've seen so many D-wards this game actually from both sides.
Well, there's still a couple, well, almost about 1,500 away from the Blink Dagger from the Mag.
Yeah, still, and that's their catch. That's it's their team fight.
Zai asserting dominance on the high ground.
Another obs D-warded.
They have pushed out their lanes right now, Liquid, making sure that they are at least going to be able to get some damage onto the tier 2s, and Secret, realizing this, are going to come back and push out those lanes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, they're actually going to send 5 bottom, it looks like, to try to catch the troll.
This is a really cool play. This is how you get back into this game, but mid one, realizing that that could happen. Won't be able to find it.
Yep. Back to farming.
I guess that they didn't see anybody in that mid lane when the creep wave was right up against the tower, and so they realized that there had to be some type of a play like that coming. So again, Secret dodging away from the gank. Liquid needing to find some answers, needing to find more time.
Yeah, but even time, will the time be everything for them? They're going to need the Dream RP. They really will. It's their only control, and even when they have it, I'm still not too sure if Shadow, I don't know if he's going to finish the Deso or if he just goes straight for the BKB. It almost feels like he needs to go for this Deso, but he absolutely needs the BKB to even try to fight.
And you saw there the building damage. There's only one tier 1 tower taken, as Kuro looks like he is going to die by virtue of his own creep. But the that one tower that got taken, it was even denied by Zai from the top lane.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Mag gonna also die. My God.
Zai 6-1-1 this game. He's just able to find these pickoffs. It's feeling just so much easier for Secret to do anything. I mean, it's 14k gold lead. It's been just feeling like the Secret show for quite a while now. Besides that one kill they got on mid, one bottom.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So the tier 3 tower going to be assaulted, and Liquid feeling like they might need to come close to just a last hurrah at this point, but my God. The E-Blade Morphling, they chase forward. Nisha thinking about going in all the way. He's disarmed.
Look how confident
for him.
He can just play this confidently because there's no stuns he has to worry about.
Yep. Very little that can control him, not to mention the fact that this guy's got an Aegis in hand.
Yep.
Still a couple more minutes. Easy as pie right now for Secret.
Definitely, and they're just going to keep doing this. Just keep this, we call it the suffocation. Get these wards right outside the base of Liquid, and then make sure that you're keeping your farm up, taking the enemy side of their neutrals, so that they can't actually walk out and get anything.
Pugna trying to build towards that Dagon. Gonna be a little while.
Yeah. So they've got the Deso finished on PA. How's our Mag Blink? Still 1,000 gold away, and fighting is still nigh impossible. Yeah, still pretty impossible for Liquid, yeah.
Push up onto high grounds. They bring in the Firestorm from Mind Control, and
they got the Aegis.
Actually, a little cavalier there, as GH is going to try and cut through this creep wave and see if they can slow down this pressure at all, but the Avatos, Hand of God, keeping Matumba Man alive. He's going to pop that Invis rune. They will keep Secret back, as GH was doing a good job making sure they don't get that second creep wave. And this is what this guy needs to do.
He's trying anywhere he can find the farm. He knows his jungle is not safe, so... you know, when you're under so much pressure, you used to see like Envy do this all the time. You can't farm your jungle. You have to farm the enemies, even if it's a very risky place.
About the best you can hope for. Rubik. Oh dear God. He's already got the eggs.
He definitely does.
Oh, man. And also, you know, you've already got the E-Blade on the Morphling. That extra amplified damage gets thrown out. It's not going to be an easy time.
This Aghanims is not like it like boosts anything crazy on the team. I mean, it does, you know, like the Chen, if he gets the persuasion, he can get Ancients, right? That's probably one of the cooler ones that he actually gets like buffed from the Aghanims, but it's the consistency and the distance that you can steal from now too. So with Blink and Aghanims, he has a very, very good positioning advantage to be able to steal those RPs or whatever he wants to.
Looks like it's going to be Shadow Blade for Tiny next, just doing whatever they need to close out this game. And likewise for Team Liquid, buy time. See what you can do. See if you can maybe put yourself in a position where you can at least win a fight. Feels like that's where it's got to start, right?
That's where, I mean, it's got to start somewhere, yeah. But it's not until Shadow has BKB and Nisha has a full Eye of Scotty with that E-Blade. I mean, like we said, the game that we saw yesterday where it was Liquid stalling and stalling for the BKB was a beautiful one. They were 10k gold behind, they got the BKBs completely turned around. So as we were saying, it's not the same game this time around at all. Secret has a much better hold of the game too, and it's better heroes versus that. They are a lot of mixed damage, a lot of physical.
A lot of everything.
A lot of everything.
Oh, GH runs into Puppy. Get out of there. Oh, he's so close to the Blink Dagger. Oh, looks like that Skewer is going to keep him alive.
You can sell the wand or the stick if you really want it.
Sell the sentries. I don't need those. Shadow.
Oh.
Comes into mid one. Need to get out of there, buddy. The lift up. He's going to be in the air for a very long time, and that's not going to keep you alive.
No. Done a good job of, like, Shadow's done a pretty good job of not getting picked off, though. He's only died twice in this game.
Yeah.
They've been doing good at, like, not dying, but they're not getting anything out of the map, really.
Well, this could be that moment that they're waiting for. Unfortunately, PA is still dead for 35 seconds, no buyback. They have the Blink RP. They have everything except for the PA. And Zai's going to get the toss back now. Mind control, staying alive.
They're splitting, though.
They also stole the Pit of Malice.
They have 4 heroes mid, and while they have a Troll just beating on the Rack's bottom. So they're making sure that GH can't actually set up for any of those, like, multi-hero RPs.
It's an impossibility at this point, as Liquid are going to have to deal with a huge amount of pressure coming in. Hand of God, Mind Control still living. They haven't decided to initiate as of yet that E-Blade, and as you said, multiple ways to steal spells. Morphling throwing out that Pit of Malice after switching into the Underlord.
He got some bonus damage, too.
Hey.
Kills some creeps, he got like 10.
Pretty fancy. 26 minutes.
They got themselves bottom racks. I mean, mid was where they were showing their face, but mid was just like, okay, I'll just, you know, go bottom.
Yeah, this is very, very tough now. Crimson Guard is picked up.
Okay.
Does help to mitigate that damage from the Troll at least.
Yeah, I mean, they've got Pipe Crimson on the Underlord, so he can reduce a decent amount of damage, but can they dish out the damage? That is the concern.
And this is one thing that I will say about Liquid. A lot of other teams might have been like, all right, we just got to go in. We got to try and take that fight, stop them from taking the racks. Liquid's like, we can't take this fight right now. Let's try and get ourselves to a position where we can at least be competitive before they take it.
Losing 1 racks, like we saw yesterday, we saw the defense versus Mega Creeps, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes now you can just deal with it if you have the proper heroes. Yeah, Magnus, you can deal with it. Underlord too.
It doesn't look good when your Rubik is above every other hero but the PA.
This is absolutely true. Definitely so. I mean, it's a really hard game for Liquid. Like, Secret has overwhelming control of this game, and you can tell from the way that they're poised around the map. Like, they're not in a rush. Look at this.
Nope.
3 of them kind of sitting mid. We got a Morphling farming top.
MKB is going to be online for mid one. The big thing you have to be concerned about is dying without buybacks.
But they're going to have a Rosh, right? Rosh is up, and I don't think Liquid can contest a Rosh. Maybe Secret just goes to take a fight first. And it does seem like that's what they want to do with this smoke.
Bro has a smoke on the Chen as well. A little bit of smoke on smoke action. Nisha is not here.
They see the ward placed down, so they know that Secret is smoked in that area now. Another haste rune inside of Nisha's bottle, by the way.
Oh, man.
I mean, that'll happen when you have full map control, right?
Yeah,
you're going to get all the runes, but this man has gotten quite a lot.
A haste and a DD, because why not?
Oh, why not? Oh, beautiful. Look at that. So full health. Liquid, they've got the BKB on the PA, so they've got their best chance of fighting now. But now they're fighting versus an Aegis and a Cheese in a very, very farm.
Oh, and it's so demoralizing for them, but they are going to head back to the base now, it looks like, after that smoke up, and
they
hope to wait it out.
Yeah, they know the position that they're in. They've got to hope for some luck, hope secret stacks and gets caught by some massive RP, but now
the game feels out of their control at this point completely, that Secret have to be the ones to make mistakes.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a Vlad's picked up for the Sven. More team fight oriented items. Mid one, I think, is getting pretty close to that MKB.
I think he has it done. He just picked it up. The shop, no. Now they have the way to, go through that blur, of course, even when need, and they have the slow from the Scotty that can go through. So again, they're doing the same thing. Put the 2 carries in 2 different lanes, beat on the Raxus so you don't give GH an opportunity to get a RP on both of them.
Also makes it tougher to get the Crimson on the both of them. The skewer pullback on Anisha, but he's immediately going to switch over, ends up Theory Blading himself, walking away. Shadow BKB chasing for more. All of Secret is sitting behind Nisha, and he cannot do a thing.
Bounty runes coming up in 30. I don't know if Secret's going to back up for those. Nisha's a little bit low. Maybe he's going to heal up.
Yeah, there's no reason not to at this point.
No rush for them. They know the PA doesn't have BKB.
That might have been a reason to go in for sure. Yeah. But it's also like if you just take the same clear fight every time, then you're going to make sure that you don't overextend.
Yeah.
If you stay in the fights longer, things get a little bit messy sometimes.
It's just being safe. They're just being safe, and whenever you're playing versus Mag PA, it's like even if you have like a 30k gold lead, you're like, all right, guys, let's be a little careful. Don't need something goofy to happen. But no, yeah, Secret, they're such a commanding lead.
That was very impressive so far from Secret.
Yep.
That this draft answered a lot of the questions. I feel like it was kind of cool, some of the Chen things that we saw also.
Yeah, I mean, bringing Matu down and the recall kind of plays, but it just seemed so hard when he's their only one who can do the plays, right?
Yeah.
Like Kuroki, he went for only the 1 point in the Persuasion. I think that's like one of the builds we've seen on the Chen sometimes. And yeah, the Underlord can't really make plays. This is not a hero that wants to run around and set up a gank or something.
Oh. He E-bladed a creep there.
Yeah.
Actually. They're shook now. They can't handle the pressure. Fogged, it's all falling apart. Secret are going to lose this game because of that.
Come on. Not even now it's with BKB too on Nisha. Like,
oh, they're all over it.
Yeah. They're feeling good.
Decrep again.
Oh, puts down the Pugnaward himself too.
Pretty good.
Does get skewered.
Okay. The beginning of the ruination, potentially or not, as Mag is about to die, trying to steal something to the life drain. Keep your buddies alive. They're going to toss, see if they can make it happen. Mid one turning on to Shadow. They are going to find the root there, bringing mid one somewhat low. Could be in some trouble, and mid one's dead.
He used the battle trend, so he can't pop the cheese or anything. He just stuck.
Okay, now Puppy also decreps, chasing forward for more, wanting to find the captain. GH is dead, although now they're going to move back in. A second round of this Secret, trying to chase forward. Nisha just blows up Kuro. The buyback coming immediately as Mind Control finds a 2-person pit of Malice. Shadow popping the BKB, chasing forward for Zai. They find a secondary kill, but Tumbaman blows up the Aegis.
Okay.
I was kidding when I said the beginning of the ruination, but Nisha needs to get the hell out of here before things really fall apart. They already have lost 2 of their cores.
But they got what they came for.
That's true.
The Raxes were taken out. Mid one maybe getting a little overzealous there with that battle trance when he got jumped by Shadow.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, they're still feeling pretty good. Liquid needed to get a couple more kills there, and GH just so hard for him. They know it's like they just jump on GH. Like everyone just throw everything on this man. Don't let him ever get those RPs off.
Pretty solid play there from Mind Control as well, able to hit a couple of multiple person Pit of Malices. 30,000 almost net worth lead.
He's pretty high too, 10k.
And that's the thing also, you just look at this kill score, 9 to 20. It hasn't really been all that much just like dominant kill after kill. It's just keeping them controlled in their base.
Yeah.
They're stuck on their side of the map.
Just map control. Like when you're playing versus a team with limited catch and you can play in 2 or 3 lanes pretty safely, yeah, that'll happen. You'll start to get much better economy.
Bottom lane again. Pugna going to try and push that one out. See the Underlord pick up the Mach 2. Probably try and go for Guardian Greaves.
Level 3 Dagon picked up on Matu, so I'm not seeing, I don't think any buybacks. Yeah, Liquid's not holding any. They know that, I mean, they need to spend as much gold as possible to even try to take the fight, so.
Yeah. Oh, and Secret.
Oh, this is a sneaky wraparound to get these wards down. They want Matu.
Going for the man. Zai thinking about it, but they have vision here. At least if they were invis and mid one jumped in immediately upon him, trying to take down one. It is going to be a walk away. Matumba Man lives for the moment. His Shadow trying to kill off mid one, almost getting him in fact. And Mind Control is able to find it. Is just going to be a kill on the mid one, almost. Puppey chasing. He's trying to kill off Shadow. They've already lost Matumba Man and that Chen, and mid one running away to skewer the shockwave. Not quite enough. They kill off Shadow, and Secret will finally find this last set of racks, it looks like. It's gonna be GG.
Dude, that fight was so funny. There's like a whole fight happening up top. Oh, JH lands an RP and then smokes his head though. They're all fighting up top on the side, and then they all went for like the two people went for the Matu dive, and Puppey